Hello everyone. Hi, welcome back. How is going? Today is the 13th of August. I know that many of you are in holidays. So if you're watching this video from your holiday, um, beach or mountains, I'm very happy to know that you are today here with me. As always, I'm gonna wait like 30 seconds, 1 minute for allowing people to connect, and then we're gonna dive in today's topic. And today's topic is something that many of you are asking me like many times as a questions. So what what is a fractional project manager? Because if you are like watching this live from YouTube instead of LinkedIn, I'm just gonna say this very quickly. In my headline on LinkedIn, I am introducing myself as a fractional project manager, and that is actually my current role. And many people ask me what actually a fractional project manager is. And today I'm gonna reply to all those questions, and I'll try to be as clear as possible. So if you have something else, I have tried to collect many of these questions all together in this live, but if you have more, yes, feel free to drop a comment here in during this live, or on the other side, if you're watching it as what you replied as a recording saved, yeah, feel free to reach me out on my website or through LinkedIn with a DM, and I will be more than happy in replying your questions. So today we are going to talk about what actually is a fractional project manager. And I had just titled this live in the cover as "Don't hire a full-time project manager, but do this instead." So from this part, we can immediately understand that actually a fractional project manager is a fractional, like a part-time PM. With PM, I mean like a project manager. Why actually could happen that you might need a project manager as a part-time and not a full-time? I just try to reply all these questions during this live. So first of all, consider that, of course, a project manager is applicable only if you are service business working with project. Otherwise, you just need a product manager, sorry. And I do not work with products because they have different dynamics compared to a project, so they are not my expertise, and I work only with project and services businesses that are developing a project. So if you are one of those service or agencies, if you I just you need like a project manager. If you feel the need to control everything, you have a problem, because actually you're sabotaging your project, and as a consequence your business as well. Why? Because life is getting more and more complex. In the personal life, it's happening with daily frequency, and also in our work environment, the situation is exactly the same. So I know that if you are a freelancer, if you are a solo entrepreneur, you are used to take care about everything by yourself. But if you're growing, actually it's going to come a time where you can't control everything, you can't do everything by yourself, and you need to learn the art of delegating. And in this case, we are going to talk about the art delegating for the project management. So pay attention, because I know that for many of you, it's so complicated to get rid of that. But I repeat it once more. If you feel the need to control everything, keep in mind, please, that you are sabotaging your project and your business as well. Because you can't do everything by yourself. This is why we have teams, and I'm never gonna get tired of repeating it. Teams are needed because they are needed due to the complexity of our life and our project as well. So you just need to get used to it and let it go all the attraction that you might have, like in letting go part of your duties. So the point is just like, if you, as I was saying, like when you're growing, maybe at the beginning you are able to manage everything by yourself and everything looks working. But when you're actually growing, when you're scaling, if you do it without a system in the background, actually this can cost clients to your business. And this is why I was saying earlier in the previous slide that as a consequences, if you fail in your project, you are gonna fail in your business as well. Hi, I just really like LinkedIn Other. Hi, thank you for being here with me. The issue that comes up with being fractional assigned is the odd nature of the companies. We don't understand fractional could be a month or few weeks. This is true. And this is due to the things that many times company thinks that you are available 24/7 with them. And the reality is just like sometimes you do not need a person full time to your project. You might not have as well like the money for paying a full salary. There's going to be later on a slide where I have put on one column like what does it mean being a fractional project manager and what does it mean actually being a full-time project manager. And so we're gonna go deeper later on during this live. But yeah, I know that for some companies, they are not even thinking to hiring someone part-time. And this live is just for showing the benefits that you can get if you don't have the resources, the budget for hiring like a full-time project manager, and you maybe decide like to hiring someone later on, but your project, your team, your company needs someone right now, and you need to take account on that. Hi, Joy. Thank you for being here today with me. The fractional project manager becomes actually the missing link between the vision and the execution in the service businesses, because the vision is just like, I want to do something, but we know that knowing is not doing, and therefore the execution is what will actually make something real. So if you want your project and then your hi Damien, and then also some results, you just need to have an execution. So when actually you might need a fractional project manager, when you need one, so the growing is faster than your system. So it means that maybe you're taking on board too many projects, or the projects are getting bigger, like a large scale, and the complexity of them is just like under everybody's eyes. And at the same time, you don't have a system proper for it. Tomorrow there's going to be another live when we're going to talk about the PMO, that is Project Management Office, that I'm just going to say quickly. The Project Management Office is just like kind of department that is going to study, like is gonna finalize standard and dynamics, generally speaking, inside your company for your type of project that you are specialized on. And it's gonna create like the guidelines for the system. So if you don't have like any PMO, and if you don't have any PM at the same times, it means that your system somehow is not like fully like solid. And if you're growing faster than what you can like study for your system, you might need you need a fractional project manager. It's not a might, because it's not condition. You need someone that is gonna take care about it. So you need one also if project stalls between the vision and execution. So it's gonna take so long to actually start the execution of your project, because for reason A, B, and C, you are not able to make the first move, to keep on going, and there is a situation of stall. At the same time, if you are the founder, the CEO, you get stuck in the day-to-day delivery, because the day-to-day delivery is actually the role of the project manager. And if you're stuck with that, you can't just have the full picture that allows you to like build new relationships, going to networking events, being part of a podcast as a guest, etc., like generating all like a new relationship that in the future might begin a new project for your company. So if you are stuck in the admin part of the management, of the project management, you can't just work like you feed your business in growing, and therefore you need someone that is going to take care about the admin parts. And as I was saying earlier, you need one if you do not have enough budget yet, because you started recently your company. It's not like a corporate yet, so your budget is still limited. Or at the same time, so you can't like hire a full-time in-house project manager, or like another situation could be like that you actually do not need a full-time project manager. So you don't need someone that is going to be available 40 hours per week due to the nature of the project. So what actually is a fractional project manager? I mean, is a part-time execute level project leader. So when we say like fractionally, actually we means that that person is gonna work for you like usually it's 1-2 days per week. So it's gonna keep a track, it's gonna monitoring your project, it's gonna like update weekly stakeholders, client, it's gonna like guide, lead your team weekly so the team can keep on going. But actually you don't need that person to be available every day. At the same time, it's like it could be like you might need someone for a specific phase of a project and not for another one. Or sometimes what happens to me as well, it's just like between one phase and the other one, maybe you're gonna have a gap of 3, 4, even 6 months. And if you have a full-time project manager, it means that it's gonna be an employee for your company, and therefore you need to pay that person, that role, even during that gap between one stage and the other one. It's a fractional project manager. It's someone flexible, so step in and out based on the project needs and the company needs as well. You need it for bringing strategy and execution as well. So because a project manager just studies strategies, it's not going to do only the execution, but it's going to work also on the problem solving part for bringing like strategy that actually are going to work with your project, yourself, your early negotiation, your client, your team, your external stakeholders, and everyone that is going to be involved in the project is going to step in for a set period of scope. So as I was saying, like it's going to come in and out, and it's going to be focused more on impacts and not on hours. So usually a fractional project manager, it's more like, okay, there's going to be like hourly rate, but it works mainly in result, in outcomes, because actually, based on my own experience, when you are permanent or where you are an employee, it's not rare that there is this procrastination feeling around the year. So if you know, for instance, that someone is going to stay with you because it's a permanent role, it doesn't make so much difference for you saying like, okay, we can just start these things like next week in 10 days. But on the other hand, if you have someone that you have only for a few hours, it's not always going to be available. And at the same time, you're paying those hours. If you can start today something, you're starting today something. There's no procrastination in the process. And it means that this helps also in delivering your milestone at the right time with the right conditions. So signals that you need: one, you're scaling, but you feel stretched thin. So the company is growing rapidly and the projects are becoming more and more complex, and you can't manage them by yourself anymore. There's a need for order and structure to coordinate teams' deadlines. So you need a kind of guide that actually is gonna like lead the teams for achieving the deadline. So we are, again, avoiding procrastination. You value system and responsibility relationship equally. So it means that if you are so confused because you are not able to prioritizing and understand actually like that some system might need more space than relationship versus if you treat everything with the same weight in your agenda, it means that you actually need to delegate something, and a fractional project manager is the answer for your situation. Again, like you're ready to delegate with trust. Please do not delegate if you don't trust the person, because that is like a killer for yourself, for your reputation, for your teams as well, and for your client bound. Because if you don't trust the person you're delegating to be honest, I mean, based on my own experience, nothing goes well. Like everything fall apart sooner or later. You don't have or need a full-time in-house PM, so we have already said that. And you're managing multiple projects at the same time, and the business owner doesn't have the time to oversee them all. So if you are like in LinkedIn, I always heard people saying like you can have more clients. And this is amazing, having more clients, but you need a system on the background that actually allows you to take care about more clients. So if you are in a situation where you actually have more projects and you don't have the physical time slot in your agenda for keep on going with those projects, you have a problem. You can't do everything by yourself. You need to delegate those projects to someone else. what they actually do. So what actually a fractional project manager does, it does exactly all the tasks that a normal project manager do. So it align teams and the client at the scope of the project. It create clear roles, timelines, and the outcomes. Protect client relationships. Um, Run stand-ups, manage handovers, and monitoring and tracking the scope creep, and remove, of course, delivery from the CEO plate. So the CEO plates are actually right now have more free time for dedicating their time to what actually needs or wants to do for like growing their companies. Um, so here I just put some benefit that you can have if you're gonna hire a fractional project manager. So if you are in a situation where you have chaos, there's gonna be like some chaos reduction. So that is gonna allow you to keep everything organized and aligned. So it's gonna bring clarity. If you're gonna have like cost savings as well, because you only pay for the time where that role is needed and not for 40 hours plus per week. You have a immediate experience because a fractional project manager shouldn't be someone that is starting right now, should be someone that is already senior, has already experience, and know what you're talking about. So you're gonna have like a senior level immediately, paying less than a full time, and you can freely delegate. And at the same time, you have someone flexible. So you adjust the involvement to the most critical phase of the project. It means that maybe you can just have like manage yourself at the beginning, and then when life gets in the way, you can simply hire someone else. And that flexibility, it's something that in 2025 is much more needed. So here I just put some real scenarios of what actually happens. So if you don't hire any one of them, you're gonna have a chaotic launch of your project. If you hire one, you're gonna have a smooth and on-time delivery, because those are focused and dedicated to the purpose only of the project and do not have any other things in their minds. Or like if you are overloaded or overwhelmed founder, you have more free time right now for leading. You're gonna have team alignment with, as a consequences, there's gonna be a reduction and the turnover of your team, and at the same time you're gonna have a happier client because the system is actually working, and the scope control gets with higher profit margins. Again, here I had just put like a table with a comparison. What does it mean, like actually hiring a full-time project manager, while what does it mean hiring a fractional project manager? So we can see some benefits or disbenefits, depends on your situation, for the engagement, the cost, the flexibility, the availability, and expertise, focus, and I just put also when it's best for. Of course, for instance, like if we're gonna talk about engagement, someone that, as I was saying earlier, it's fully dedicated to your project, might have like less interested in procrastinating, and can be like more focused. But at the same time, it could also mean that if he's going to be with you, might have in mind something else for another project. And this can be translated like okay, maybe with another project in another company, is going to learn new skills, new approach that actually can introduce in your company as well. Or at the same time, it could be also that maybe those hours in 1 week, I don't want to say like always, but maybe his mind, their mind are not fully focused. There are like pros and cons in any case. While like if you're gonna have someone that is gonna stay with you, it's probably like someone that learn your procedure, but is not gonna get over it. So if you need like to improve your system, those people might not have the right impact that you're wishing them to have. Just keep also in mind that there are studies that says that when you have an employee around these 3 years in your company, that person, their mind just go inside a comfort zone where they are not improving themselves anymore. So, and I was reading that it happens not only like in the job, so they know what your company is working on. They know like about the what's the word, like they know like your vision, your mission, they agree with that, etc. But it happens also inside the teams. So apparently when someone is inside your company 3 years or more, they are not like willing even to welcoming new people in the company or inside the team. They are not welcoming like in socializing, so they might like deny, decline like invites to some social events that you are organizing frequently for like creating the team, so inside your company. So usually like it's something that could work against your company, especially nowadays if you're gonna have someone hired long term inside your company. Maybe back in the days was something that was working better because like time was slower, etc. But nowadays we are asked to improve our jobs, our lives, our careers every day, and maybe hiring someone full time may work against your company. It depends on the person, of course. Don't get me wrong. There's always like a white and black side for everything. So the cost, we had already talked about that. Flexibility, of course, if you hire someone full time, I mean, it's always going to be with you. A fractional project manager needs to be flexible, but at the same time, it means that if he has already arranged something with someone else, you might not find them available when you need. And this is something that, of course, you need to consider. So this is something that you need to play and plan on time, of course. Availability as well, flexibility is fine, but if the agenda is already busy, that person might not be available. Expertise, like if someone is fractional, of course you don't have time for training them, and they needs to be already expert, so you're gonna get like a senior level for paying less than a full-time person. And I mean the focus as well, like we had talked to earlier, and when it's best, so A full-time project manager, like an in-house PM, is best for business with ongoing and constant project needs. So you know, for instance, that if you're gonna have a gap between one phase and the second phase of a project, you actually can use that full-time person moving them in another project. It means that you need to be really organized as well. While a fractional PM is best for small businesses. Usually they are small, in any case, businesses that are scaling faster or with intermittent project demands. So sometimes you can have projects, sometimes you're waiting for the new phase to start. Okay, another slide, it's just like, is the right service for you? Of course, we're talking about fractional project manager. So is the right service for you if you're scaling but feel like stretched thin, like we were saying earlier, your value system and a relationship equally, so you need to solve these issues, and you're ready to delegate with trust. It's not the right service for you if you're not ready for letting go, and if your offer is still untested. For whoever still doesn't know it, I'm Stefania Arca, and I have a project management agency. So why you actually need to work with me and with my team. We just say that we don't just build processes, but we build like protections. So we have like two different type of offers that we call them track A and track B. Where like in the track B, we are talking about all the execution and delivery. So we are gonna take care about the admin part of the management of a project. And then there's gonna be like track A, then instead we call it vision and mindset. So we help you with all those soft skills that actually are not written in any handbook, but you need to master if you need to properly manage your project and allowing your company to grow. And we are talking, for instance, of the simple negotiations. You need to master the art of negotiating with your client or with external stakeholders. You can't just be a yes man, because if you are yes pleaser man, your business is gonna suffer sooner or later. There is like at the same time setting clear boundaries, like a conflict inside your team, how to manage them, how to lead your team. So like how to make sure that your team is gonna follow your directions. And there is also the service for team builder. So with Marina, she's a profiler, and we're gonna see what are the right people to put inside your team in order to have a project that is gonna go by itself. It's gonna move forward by itself. So we have like this double service, because we know that actually in my project management is more than just tracking progress, creating a report, sending it to client stakeholders. So there is much more involved in it. We also say that we speak fluent client language, team language, and timeline languages for deliveries as well. And our goal is we deliver your project without any drama. So we call our service like drama free. Barbara is gonna help us a lot in with her expertise in stress management. And yeah, this is what the exit strategy is about. And if you want like a smoother delivery, happier clients, and as a CEO, you want to have free time for actually leading your your business, yeah, feel free to have a talk with me, book your strategy call or discovery call. You can find all the information about us inside the website www.internationalexitstrategy.com. Let me see if I can share the screen as well. Yeah, so this is the website. If you want, it's gonna be International Exit Strategy. If you want to contact us, I mean, you have here the button. If you want to book directly, like a call with us, just click in book here, book a free strategy. Wait a second, now all the streaming is getting quite slow. So here, if you have any queries and you want to submit them, feel free to use this page. These are our partners. The team right now is made by me, Marina, Barbara, Petra, and Christina. I still need to do the page for Christina, which is a project manager specializing in financial projects. And these are our services. So we help you with client relationship management, operational processes, employee retention and team engagement, continuous project improvement. So we're gonna work with the lessons learned by your previous project. We're gonna see what works, what worked, what didn't work, and we're gonna like create an action plan for that. And then of course there is the project management for optimize the delivery and the negotiation. So this is what actually, there's going to be also a blog if you are interested. We are just like creating new articles for you. So yeah, if you are interested, I mean, just feel free to contact us or book a call directly from the website. And yeah, we are 37 minutes. So feel free to DM me if it's gonna be easier for you on LinkedIn. You're gonna find me as Stefania Arca. And if I can't read any other questions right now, I hope that I have collected all of the questions that I have received in the last month in DMs or like networking calls. So if you are like, if you need like a fractional project manager, book a call and we're gonna see your case. Or like if you want to know something more and how we actually work with our clients, yes, feel free to come to me and I'm gonna reply to all of your questions. Thank you so much for having been here today with me in August, in the middle of August, and I just wish you have a lovely day and see you tomorrow with another live about the PMO, that is the Project Management Office. That as we were saying earlier, it's just like the hub that is gonna like help you out in structuring like some guidelines for your project. And so this is gonna help like your company, your team, etc. in feeling less lost, because every project is unique. This is the characteristic of a project. Otherwise, if it's a replication, of something that already exists. We talk about product. So sometimes like a project, because of this uniqueness, might feel very um, um, there is discomfort somewhere. People might feel lost, they don't really know where to start, etc. So usually you just need a department, the PMO, that is going to help in create a sort of generic guidelines. Thank you so much for had been here today with me in this live, and see you tomorrow in the next one. And let's talk in the end, or in a discovery call. Thank you. Bye.